I was watching the Eagles documentary last night. Great. Not the Philadelphia Eagles.
Like Harold Carmichael and Wilbert Montgomery?
Miracle at the Meadowlands?
Yeah. Herm Edwards? No, it was on the band The Eagles.
So if you were to pick one of the Eagles, are you like Team Glenn Fry?
Team Glenn Fry. I'm fascinated by Don Henley. So you have their lead singer who was a drummer. You don't find too many lead singers who were drummers. You know, Phil Collins, Dave Grohl. Let's see. Well, he doesn't play drums anymore.
He doesn't play drums while singing, though.
Yeah. You don't find your lead singer too often playing drums. But Don Henley, great voice. Glenn Fry, they were great songwriters. Yes, McLevin.
Is the movie Almost Famous really based on the Eagles? Or part of it, at least?
I don't know. I didn't hear it was on the Eagles. The Cameron Crowe movie where he's working for Rolling Stone, which he actually did. And he's the little kid, and then he's following a band around because they weren't a big time band though.
The band in the movie was not big time. The Eagles were always big time then.
I think once they hit Hotel California, then they went big. Then they went global. But they were still viewed as sort of there was a country feel to them with a little bit of rock and roll, and people said that they were the sound of Southern California back then in the 70s. Yeah, Paulie.
According to an article on the movie, Cameron Crowe was a writer in his teen years, and he followed bands like Poco, the Allman Brothers, Led Zeppelin, the Eagles, and Skynyrd. That's a good time.
Yeah. I actually have a picture with Johnny Van Zant. So he eventually took over when Ronnie died in the plane crash. So his brother, the lead singer for Lynyrd Skynyrd. So there's a picture of me with big hair and tight jeans I was smuggling grapes out of the country. If you look at that photo, it wasn't good. But I'm there, here I am 6'3", and he's about 5'7". And I went to a concert where it was the Johnny Van Zant band. And I'm towering over this guy. He was entertaining. Skynyrd was a very entertaining band. But I wasn't a Southern rock guy, but I liked Skynyrd. And then Neil Young went after Skynyrd. Southern man, don't need you around. And then it got a little goofy there between those two. Yeah, Paulie.
If you were 18, which band all time would you like to have toured around with? Just for the fun of it.
Zeppelin.
For the fun of the music, or both?
Well, both.
Oh, they were legends.
Yeah.
Off the stage.
Yeah. Bands get bored. That's what happens. And then they try to entertain themselves. Now, to a certain degree, I was with Hootie and the Blowfish. Now, granted, it's Hootie and the Blowfish. It's not Zeppelin or the Stones, but they had sold 18 million albums in 1 year. One of the top-selling CDs of all time. And to be with them to see how bored they would get. Like they would drink Jägermeister. And then all of a sudden they go, we're bored with Jägermeister. Now we're going to put Jim Beam in with the Jägermeister. And we're going to call it a beggar. And I go, oh, God. And they'd be drinking this stuff. But they got to the point where they're trying to have fun because it became routine. You play the same songs every night. Hold my hand! All right, we'll get to it. But, in their world, it was goofy. I can't imagine what it would be like with Zeppelin or the Stones or the Who. Keith Moon, you imagine being with Keith Moon? Joe Walsh was crazy with the Eagles. Crazy. Yeah, Paulie.
I had a buddy, I hesitate to say this, he spent 2 days in a hotel with the band Depeche Mode. When he left, he needed a blood transfusion, man. He was roughed up.
But these guys go from city to city, and they'll see somebody who's ready to party. Well, they just partied like rock stars, and then they get to your town. You're going to be done, and you'll need a week to recover. They go to the next town. They are professionals. But the documentary on the Eagles, very interesting. Fry and Henley, tough dudes. But you know what? You have to be in the music industry. It makes some tough decisions. Yes, Fritzy.
Take it to the limit or the long run?
Take it to the limit. I like the vocals in it. Long run's okay.
I'm waiting for you to ask me to sing. That's what I was
All right, go ahead. How about take it to the limit?
Meet me on the highway and show me a sign and take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit. Take it to the limit one more more time. Who is gonna make it? We'll find out in the long run.
James Harden coming up. Take us to break, Fritzy.
People talking about us, they got nothing else to do. When it all comes down, we'll still come through in the long